Okay guys, so we are here to talk about Spider-Man, but we're not going to be talking about the future of Spider-Man in any sense of the word when it connects to the MCU or the Sony Spider-Verse. Instead, we're going to be focusing on Spider-Man 3. Now, believe it or not, at the point we're at right now where I'm making this video, in just a couple of days it will be the 10-year anniversary of Spider-Man 3. And despite what you think about it, there is no denying that the movie was huge in box office, of course breaking records and everything before the modern wave of superhero movies could become to be known as the biggest, hottest thing in Hollywood. But of course, Spider-Man 3 was plagued with various problems. And recently, in the recent couple months, there's been rumors of some sort of re-release of the original trilogy. Now, many people assumed that this would just be a normal version. But now, recently, Walmart had, for a brief moment while I was checking and looking at the pictures until it was taken down and archived, you could see a page for a re-release of the Sam Raimi trilogy. Now, nothing really interesting or special about this. We've seen this before. They've had the Blu-ray re-release twice already, so nothing big stood out. Except the fact that this trilogy, that was going to pack all three movies and extra Blu-rays, was actually going to feature something else. A book that includes a huge look into Spider-Man 3. Now, not only that, it seems to be pointing towards the release of Spider-Man 3.1. Now, many people might remember Spider-Man 2.1, which actually restored a bunch of deleted scenes and important plot that kind of expanded upon the villain and what Peter Parker was doing. And this made the movie honestly a lot better and made the train fight sequence longer and made us feel more connected. Overall, it made a better movie. And ever since the release of Spider-Man 3 going into the rebooted, Amazing Spider-Man, there was rumors of 3.1 getting a release because it did seem to have some sort of build-up because there was a lot of deleted scenes. Now, original rumors did suggest that we would get 3.1 before Spider-Man 4 came out. Unfortunately, that movie, as we all know, got shelved right as they started shooting and the reboot happened, so nothing happened with that. Now, when we really start thinking about it, and it's been enough time, and enough time has passed, and you look at some of the deleted stuff that could be restored in there, which I'm going to talk about in just a second, you start to see how Sony might want to do good with fans. So essentially, from what I've done in research previously, which I don't have my files anymore, they were left over on an old hard drive. From the top of my head, what I can remember is there was going to be an estimated 17 to 19 minutes of footage added to 3.1. About half of that, so you're looking at 8-ish minutes, was going to focus on the development of Eddie Brock's Venom and his character. The other would have focused on Peter Parker when he gets the black costume and what drives him to become the character that's quote-unquote evil, and kind of going more in depth onto why he does that dance and how he perceives the world as cool even though he's a nerd, so he doesn't know what cool is. Now honestly, to me, that sounds like it would have made for a far better movie. And apparently a lot of these scenes were done, even some that included Sandman and like he was away, he was in the park, there was some sort of heartfelt moment that was completely ripped out of the movie, some sort of other Easter egg scene that we don't really know about. So if all of these can make it back in, I am more than welcome to this.